self-defense, Gracie Jiu Jitsu self-defense, and it turned out that I used that more working security and being in fights than any Jiu Jitsu. A lot of self-defense. I'm really thankful because that was I think a really important piece to your education if you're going to be a well-rounded fighter.
But in competition,
You'd be surprised at how much self-defense translates into regular training too. Because once I started to get that into my head, the headlock escapes, kimuras and stuff like that, and a lot of the takedowns from like when somebody's grabbing you behind the waist, like a suplex or over your arms or stuff like that. All that stuff comes from a self-defense background, and we started using it for MMA, and it works really well because a lot of the self-defense is like somebody trapping you against a wall or trying to hold you against the wall and do something to you, and our Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu self-defense works awesome. Absolutely, there is a modern school or thought of Jiu-Jitsu. I think that no matter what, it always goes back to your basics and to really simple stuff that always works since like the dawn of time, since like the Greeks and pancreation and all these positions that you see are from ancient times that have been proven throughout all different epics, and I'm sure everybody reinvented the wheel a million times, and the same thing is happening with Jiu-Jitsu. And some guys are like, oh, I'm going to do beating bull, but I'm going to do X, I'm going to spin upside down and twirl through the air. But you can't do that with a guy with really solid basics. He's going to shut you down. He's going to eliminate all the space. You're not going to be able to do your fancy Jiu-Jitsu game because the other guy is not playing into that game. He's doing a super like bread and butter game against your super fancy sauce and spices, and that will negate it. I eat pretty clean, except for when I'm bad on the weekends. I may have some gummy bears and whiskey and poke bowl, a lot of poke bowl, spicy. But yeah, otherwise I eat very clean all week long. I eat very healthy. I take vitamins. I drink 2 gallons of water a day. Eat a lot of vegetables. Very important. Ralph said to me a long time ago, I was kind of, I think, dejected or just having a bad week of training. Jiu-Jitsu is like a roller coaster. It's like one day you're like, yee, and then the next day you're like, oh fuck, I suck. And that's normal. One day, I'm like, why didn't that work on you? And he goes, you didn't believe in it, so why should I believe in it? And that made a lot of sense to me. Because if you don't believe in your Jiu-Jitsu, why is the other guy going to believe in your Jiu-Jitsu? And so from then on, I remembered that quote that he said to me, and I always believe in my Jiu-Jitsu. I always believe that my Jiu-Jitsu is going to work. I tell him the same thing Half told me. I'm like, you better believe in your Jiu-Jitsu, because if you don't believe in it, the guy ain't going to believe in your Jiu-Jitsu. We used to say this a long time ago. It's better to die than not to train. And so we pretty much, it's like, man, we train every day. If you want to come and train here on Sundays, I got training on Sundays, but I can't come. My wife will kill me. But we train a lot. We train all day. We train as much as possible. And I think I have a really good core group that loves to train, so we train a lot together and we push each other. I have really excellent training here. I've been here since '98, and there's no limit of hard training here. I can train really hard every class. I love it. ever since I started this, and it changed my life and made me a better human, I love it. And before I used to do construction all day long, and then finally in '98, House said, okay, you're gonna work here in San Francisco, and then I could stop working construction and just taught all day. And it was tough in the beginning, but now, after, 1998, it's been almost, 98, 2008, man, long time. So I've had a good couple cycles of creating black belts. So I love it. I wouldn't change it for nothing. I don't think it's going to happen, but what I really wanted to do is win adult worlds. But I'm a little bit old now. I really wanted to do that. I tried it for a few times and even stopped and went like masters and then said, okay, I'm going to try it again. And those guys are just moving way faster and are way too young. But that's what I really would have wanted to do, is win a world title at adult. Anytime, anytime, bro.